Hey guys, Anthony here in St. Petersburg, Russia. I have gone halfway around the world and I've done it to see the Imagine Cup 2013 finals. Now the Imagine Cup is this worldwide young inventors competition. So we have students from 71 different countries here in St. Petersburg. They've all created apps, they've created software, they've created gadgets, they've created games that are going to change the world for the better. And they're all competing for about $1 million worth of prizes. Now, over the next couple days, here and on the D News channel, we're gonna be showing you some of the best stuff from the floor. But first, we wanted to find out just a little bit more about what the Imagine Cup is.
It's kind of like the Olympics for hackers. This is the 11th year of Imagine Cup. Every year it takes place somewhere different in the world. It's been in Sydney, Australia, it's been in Cairo, it's been in Brazil, all over the place over the years. And this year we've got 87 teams of students from 71 countries who've come here together with their projects they've created. And they're competing for $1 million in prizes.
We're seeing some things this year, like the team from Kenya created a centralized inventory for all the children's homes in Kenya. And then you've got the team from Belgium who created a firefighting uniform with built-in sensors and navigation and stuff like that. Where do you see games sort of fitting into the larger theme of the Imagine Cup kind of this year and going forward? Because I mean, we all love games and games are wonderful, but it's like, you're looking at this firefighter's uniform, and then you're looking at games, and you're like, well, how do they exist in the same competition?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, the key, of course, is that they are sort of in their own contest within the overall stuff. But I mean, a big part of Imagine Cup is not just the projects and sort of what they can accomplish, but it's about the students themselves and where they're going to go in their lives. And Imagine Cup is giving them the chance to really push themselves and actually ship a product, like make something for real and try to get it out there and succeed in the world. And any kind of project they put together and make is going to have a profound impact on the rest of their lives, on their skill level, their comfort level, their ability to, pitch their belief and their vision to investors or backers or partners. And honestly, games is an area that students have an enormous passion for. I mean, they play games, they make games. It's a reason why a lot of people get into programming in the first place.
Yeah.
And so to close that door would cut out vast numbers of students who wouldn't have the chance to really pursue their dreams this way.
Something that really impressed me, the team from Angola created a video game based on a board game that they play in their country. So you can sort of see, I guess, what you just said reflected in the fact that the Angolan team was able to make a video game.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, this is the first time that Angola has ever been at Imagine Cup. And the fact that it's a games team is fantastic. I mean, obviously Africa has not had a large game development community, it really hasn't spread off there. But they play games all the time. They play games of their own making and so on. And so the Angolan team created a very traditional kind of Angolan kids game that they played growing up, like in the street and so forth, or in their homes. And they were able to go ahead and realize it in software and bring it here to Imagine Cup. And it's fantastic. We get teams from all over the world this way.
So Seed is a mix of a platformer and runner game. So basically the character bounces from left to right, and you have to help it go through levels by putting either a jelly or a grapnel. So you just swipe your finger on the screen. It's very simple and intuitive, and we have this good flow in the levels.
So depending on the numbers on their stomachs, you have to get them, you have to blow up boxes or cut ropes and get them to land in the right place to solve this equation.
Because we think that we want to create the games that not only make people fun, but also can give positive value to the players, to the world, yes.
It's a 2D puzzle platformer, and the main character is a light. In the light, new worlds get revealed. And as soon as you see them, they're real. So that means if you see a platform, you can step on it. And you turn off the light, you just fall through it.
So let's talk about how a team from Sri Lanka or something like that finds out about the Imagine Cup and enters and makes it here to St. Petersburg.
Yeah, absolutely. So every year, Microsoft subsidiaries around the world, which are in 80 plus countries or whatever, they organize their own sort of national finals for Imagine Cup. And so, China has one, Thailand has one, Kenya has one, it's all over the world. And students in those countries compete to determine the one team that's going to go from that country to the World Finals that we host this year in St. Petersburg. When they get here with their project, they have 2 days of competition that go on. The first day is a live presentation day. They get up, they've got their slides, they've got videos, they have a hardware demo, whatever they're going to show off, and there's a panel of judges sitting at a table with microphones, and they watch the presentation and ask questions and so forth. And see, it's a very formal presentation process. And the teams rehearse like crazy, because I mean, almost all of them, English is not their first language. And so they practice like crazy. They've got to get the presentation down to 10 minutes. They're very, very tight, very careful, very meticulous. But that's this first day. The second day is the hands-on judging. And that's when they come to the showcase, where we are right now. And it's kind of like a trade show, like E3 or something, you know, or CES. And every team has their own booth, they have their own monitor, computers, their equipment, and then the judges come around, one judge per team in kind of a round-robin format, and the judge spends 15 minutes hands-on with the project, trying out the software, talking to the team, seeing where they came from, asking about their business model, their inspiration, where they're going next, etc. And that hands-on judging, of course, it happens one judge at a time, and so a team is going to be presenting, you know, in that format several times over the course of the day to get through all the judges.
Yeah.
So it's very intense. It's very intense. It's very, you know, direct and conversational, and it's very challenging for them.
It's so cool because it really is taking them through the process of, you know, pitching a project to almost investors when they're in that judging format.
Exactly.
And then being on a trade show floor. And it's kind of interesting to watch them kind of acclimate to that throughout the day and get comfortable, because you can tell that some of them have just never been in any environment like this before.
Yeah, no, it's brand new for a lot of them, and that's the thing. I mean, the skills they develop here in the course of the presentations and the hands-on judging are going to serve them really, really well, whatever they do next in their life.
So if they win their track, or if they win the competition, what are some of the prizes that are awarded?
So our three main competitions of innovation, games, and world citizenship, we have 3 winning teams in each category. And they win cash prizes of $50,000, $10,000, and $5,000. And they're going to go home with a big cardboard check and, you know, the whole thing, trophies and whatnot, which will be, you know, super exciting for them and a really big deal.
To be here. Without further ado, let's get started with the games competition. Please welcome the creator of Tetris, Alexei Pajitov.
Hi, buddy. Good to meet you, man. Good to meet you. Third place in games competition is To Banzai Lightning. Friends. Oh, you have extra money, guys. And the second award goes to Salite Studio, Indonesia. Guys. Finally, the Oscar goes to Zeppelin Studio, Austria. Oh!
Is a puzzle platformer in which players bend light to defeat deadly beasts and uncover hidden paths through a murky swamp. These Zeppelin Studios games also qualified for a Dev Express Boost Award.
Now, what is the next step for you guys? You have like visibility now, you have a little bit more cash now. Where do you go from here?
We continue. That's the way. Now, we talk to people, we got contacts now. We can move on, get to Steam, get to the platforms, and just get out there to the real great market, the real world.
You got to finish the game too, right?
Yeah. And now we have the resources for that. Yeah.
Does this guy kind of just make you go like, now we have room to finish this thing?
Yes, it does. It really does. You're really relaxed now. You can pay for your flat and you can eat again.
Well, you guys, congratulations. Super awesome.
Thank you very much.
Cannot wait to see the finished game.
Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, such an astounding and just inspiring week in St. Petersburg to see the innovation, the stuff that these kids from around the world came up with, and to see them just kind of be rewarded for the amazing things that they're doing for the world. We have so many interviews and individual segments. If you want to see all of these games and all of these inventions that these kids came up with, we are going to have them here on Rev3 Games and also over at my other channel on D News, youtube.com/DNews. So subscribe to both to get all of the amazing stuff from the Imagine Cup.